Welcome to New York City at Christmas time. We are going to explore some of the happenings and the goings on here in the city at this time of year. We are starting off in the Herald Square area with Macy's 34th Street. So Macy's 34th Street, Herald Square, that's Herald Square right across the way. It has been here since the early 1900s. This is not the original location of this store. The store is originally located down at 14th Street. This window is an advent calendar. This is their Nutcracker Suite window. And look at the little reindeer, isn't she precious? And this is a musical window you can press to play. Every window seems to be interactive. Reindeer is the reoccurring character in each of the windows. She is enjoying herself in a winter wonderland. And the bear? Oh yeah, the bear is everywhere. And this is the first time I'm noticing the penguin. Oh look, you press the button and now you can see the polar bear. And there's a QR code there on the window. If you take a look at the QR code, you can follow Tiptoe's journey throughout all of the windows. Now we know the reindeer's name. We are going to go to the 7th floor, and this is why. Toys R Us. Look, there's Jeffrey. So I love the interactivity of all of the Macy's windows. You get to play games at every other window and interact with the display. This is really cool. Oh, we got a winner, winner, chicken dinner. That way would be the Madison Square Garden, and then towards that way is also the Jacob Javits Center. So we are on the west side of Manhattan right now. And so the ceiling is low today over at the Empire State Building, but that's not going to stop us. We have plans to go up there. And now I get a better look at the Bluey window because the store has opened and everyone has gone inside. We skipped right past the Barbie window earlier. Imagine that. And welcome to Macy's. I honestly have not been in here in so long. It looks like a foreign land to me. It's gotten really fancy. With Gucci to my left, Louis Vuitton behind me, really fancy. So if you are shopping here, you don't necessarily have to go to Fifth Avenue if you're short on time. There's a Gucci here and a Louis there. We are going to go up to the 7th floor. Just so that you know, Santaland is on the 8th floor. You do need a reservation for Santaland, but we are not going to do that. And I always love the decorations here. And I have to tell you, okay, hold on. We'll go to the other escalators. At least I know enough to know there's more than one set of escalators in the store. So we came in on the 6th Avenue side of the store. We're walking towards the 7th Avenue side of the store. So if you come in on the 6th Avenue, which has the display area, and you find that you can't get yourself up the escalator that way, come over to or towards the 7th Avenue side of the store. And we are up on 7 because we are going to have a look at the Toys R Us display, or the Toys R Us toys. As I'm sure everyone knows by now, Toys R Us has revived itself by renting out space in Macy's locations. So this is, I would assume, the largest location in New York. They do have their own brick and mortar store across the way in New Jersey. Which way first, left or right? Left. We're going left. We're doing a little pre-Christmas look-a-loo. Oh, they have a whole Marvel section. Love a Marvel. Look at this reproduction of the Thanksgiving Day Parade.
The whole Lego village.
This is really cool. Does it say how many Legos are involved here? No, it doesn't say. And we've wandered into the Barbie section. I see that we are not lingering here. We're quickly moving on. What's that? Oh, really? Some things you just enjoy. So this trip today is all about the little guy. This is his first real tour of the city. He's been in a couple of times to go to shows, one-off, but he's never really seen the sights, and so this is our first sightseeing venture into the city. And he loves a Nerf. Oh, look at Jeffrey. He is a Toys R Us mascot. It's really low. We're all Toys R Us kids, aren't we? This is the last act section, and in Macy's speak, this is final sale. You buy it, it's yours, and it looks like they're having a buy one, get one free. Wow. And this had to be one of my favorite moments of the day. Who doesn't want to be a Disney princess, even if it is just virtually? Is living his best life right now. He is shopping here in Macy's. Even though we don't have a reservation, we're going to just have a look at what Santaland looks like so that you know what to expect when you come for a visit. We are on the 8th floor. This is the seasonal shop, and here's a look at Santaland. This is the train that you go through, and even though you have a reservation, you can expect that you are going to have to stand online. This is really cool, and then there's a whole display in there. It's my understanding that the old Macy's displays are in there. And though we're not going in, we're going to get a few photos. And if you are hungry, there are plenty of places to grab a quick snack here in Macy's. This has to be my favorite floor in Macy's, the second floor, which is all about shoes, ladies. You hear me. You know what I mean. And this store is also beautifully decorated for the spring. So if you miss Christmas, don't feel bad. This becomes a beautiful botanical space in the spring. You have to see that as well. I hope that you've enjoyed the look inside of Macy's Herald Square here at 34th Street. We are now headed off to the Empire State Building. It is like beautifully warm out. Could not have picked a better day to do this. Really? And look at that. That's where we're headed. Macy's is here on our right at 34th and Broadway. We are standing technically in Herald Square, and we are headed off to the left. We are going to, this is where Broadway and 6th Avenue meet technically. So if you hear people say, oh, it's on 6th Avenue, it's actually on Broadway. But if you come to 34th and 6th, you can't miss it. We are going to head now to the left and over to the Empire State Building. And while you're over in this side of town, again, that's Macy's. Looking that way, going across town, that will take you further west. We're headed towards the east side. This is where you will find the Harry Potter exhibition here in Manhattan, or the city as we locals like to say. The entrance to the observatory for the Empire State Building is not in the main entrance. It's actually on 34th Street. So we're going to head across the street and join this line. Okay, so we have crossed the street and we are now joining the line, or about to join the line for the observatory. There are a bunch of shops and restaurants in the lobby floor. And there are other options. You don't just have to take a tour of the observatory area. You can get a full tour of the building itself. There are different pricing tiers depending on which tour you want to take. The tour that we are taking today is gaining a submission just to the 86th floor. There is a 102nd story that they've opened up, but we're not doing that part of the tour. So the price for each adult was $48.99. And the price per child is $42.46. So the little guy was saying that this looks like Jimmy Fallon in here, and that is because when you go into his ride at Universal Studios, it looks very much like this, although it's supposed to be mimicking 30 Rock.
Climb the stairs to the
We're going to join the line to the 86th floor.
Are you saying we have to climb the stairs to the 86th?
No, we don't have to climb the stairs. So had you not purchased tickets in advance, you would come to these kiosks here on the second floor and you would purchase your ticket. Here we are. I was expecting, look at Minnie Mouse! Oh my gosh, how cool!
I would describe a worker as a person that shares.
I love it. Okay, we will have to go through security here at the Empire State Building. It's similar to the airport security situation. You do have to take off your belt. but it does not look like you need to take off your shoes. I would note that we are standing on line to go through security. We got the regular admission. You could have plussed up to do express, and if you had plussed up for express, you wouldn't have to stand in this line. We just cleared security, and we are going to pay attention to these signs. One of them says ticket holder. Ticket holder, that's us in the middle lane. So that wasn't too bad. I'd imagine on busier days, on nicer, sunnier days, that line would be longer to clear security. And it looks like before you go in, they will take your picture for you. We'll let you know how much this cost. Restrooms are right here, right outside of the picture taking area. This is a survey marker that was used to petition the levels for the building. Interesting. So scan the QR code here to get a look at the scenes. I'm going to do this when we get home, just so that I can get a look at all of them. There's about 8 different stations set up, and you'll see a different scene of this area. Like I said, it looks like it's in the 1920s. Oh, look at this. It's saying that the original Waldorf Astoria stood on this spot in the 1920s. Interesting. The Waldorf is now further uptown on like 52nd or so. Not too far from the MetLife building. So there are a bunch of really cool displays here about the building of the Empire State Building. And look at this time lapse. So it's saying 1930 in the corner there, going all the way to when it was finished. Wow, in May of 1931. We have to get this photo op too. It's a scene of them constructing and sitting with the iron workers. It's like you're part of the ironworkers crew. And our governor was our future president, FDR. Amazing. I love stuff like this. For some reason, he's really fascinated with this display. And so they have some more photos of the grand opening. Have displays from 1931 out through today. Oh look, they even had like a little bracelet celebrating the opening there. They had Empire State Bank pens. The tie clip back there has Empire State logo on it. The watch does as well. And then we go into the 1940s and 50s. Here's some of the souvenirs from that time. Everything has the Empire State logo on it. Love the gloves. Love the gloves. Love them. And that's what it would have looked like out front at that time. And here we are in the 60s and the 70s. These shoes are everything. Look at that. Look at the tie clip back there. And the glasses. And a punch card. Oh my gosh. And then here we are in the 1980s to the 2000s. There's a watch with the oh look, those are beepers. Look at the beepers, baby. And the BlackBerry, and look, that was a cell phone. Oh my gosh. This is about energy in the building and what they do to conserve energy and the technology that they run. What's this do? Oh my gosh. I'm gonna step in here. I don't know what happens. This is really cool. So that was a replica of the original elevator cab to the 102nd floor. Here are some movie posters about the Empire State Building. Oh, look at King Kong hugging it. Wonder Woman, Sleepless in Seattle, Lego. So this is a room that has movie clips from different movies that have featured the Empire State Building. And so here's a shot of the Art Deco lobby. And if you take the formal tour, you can get, I think it's a 90-minute tour of the building. And this is the view from the 80th floor. Not too shabby at all. It's the Madison Square Garden over there. And of course, Macy's. Okay, so we are on the 80th floor. We have not made it up to 86 yet. But here on this floor, we found Santa, which was amazing. And there's also bathrooms on this floor, and there's bathrooms on the second floor as well. So we are going to leave this floor and head up to the 86th floor, where we are going to go outside. So from here, we're looking downtown. The tallest building down there is the One World Trade Center building. The Water Street area, Lower Manhattan, when you hear Lower Manhattan, that's the area that they're referring to. I can also, out in the distance there, see the Statue of Liberty. Let's see if I can zoom in on her. There she is, Lady Liberty. The other thing I would say is don't make the same mistake that we made and we stopped at the first window. There are plenty of windows on this floor, so when you come off the elevator, don't get all huffy. Just find another window. So the one thing to note is that this is the only place we've found a bottleneck, and that's the line here to get to the elevator to go up to the 86th floor. They even open up the stairs so people can walk up the 6 stories. And here we are. We have made it outside. And it is busy out here. So we are looking across at Queens right now. Okay, we are finally in a better position. So there's the MetLife building, there's the Chrysler building, 2 MetLife buildings right. That building was the tallest building in the world before this one was built. This building got to be the tallest building, the Empire State Building, because of the spire on top. It's just tall enough to make it, at the time, the tallest building in the world. We are looking over there, if you could see. The grassy area is Central Park. We're headed up north in a little bit. And down here is Bryant Park. And we're starting to be able to see Times Square from here. So if you see the Salesforce building and you look to your left, I'll zoom in a little bit. Down there where you see the flashing lights, that's Times Square. Our tour will not take us into that area today. We are going north of Times Square to Rockefeller Center. And we are now exiting, and we're going back through the walkway of the lobby, and we're right into the gift shop. That's what you need, right? An attraction that empties out into the gift shop. Oh, I like the bling bling Empire State. That's so cute. And it is $28.99. Loving that. I like the bling bling. $24.99. Nice. Oh, look at the Linux with the Empire State logo on them. A simple teacup is $78. A saucer is $50. Wow. You really have to be committed. We're walking up Fifth Avenue now. This used to be Lord & Taylor, their flagship store. I was just saying, I can't imagine why they closed this building. You can't buy this. And in the before times, these windows would have been just as beautiful as the Macy's windows. But at least they've put some snow globes in. The New York Public Library. And right behind the New York Public Library is Bryant Park and the Bryant Park Market. So this is the iconic New York Public Library with the lions out front, and their names are Patience and Fortitude. They are very famous. They show up in multiple movies as well. And one day, if you're interested, let me know. We'll come back and we'll specifically do a tour of this branch of the New York Public Library. They have many exhibitions in there. We have finally made it to Rockefeller Center. There is the iconic Christmas tree. We are going to take a little walk around this area, and we'll take you with us. Across the square there's the entrance or the studio for NBC News. We have Nintendo on this corner, and we are actually on 48th between 5th and 6th right now. That's where we decided to come in. So we have finally taken a break. We sat down here at Bill's Burger and Bar. I made a reservation. I strongly suggest that you make a reservation for this if you're going to try it out. It was an hour wait when we walked in, so expect if you don't make a reservation, you can put your name down. They'll text you when a table is ready. But it's supposed to be a really good burger joint. It's right here on 51st Street, right off of Rockefeller Center. So the little guy went with, surprise, chicken tenders. Yes, it's mind-blowing. And they look pretty good. I've gone with a burger myself. It comes on this huge English muffin with caramelized onions, pickles, and American cheese. Let's give it a taste. And for a side, we went with the cheese fries. These look good. So the verdict is in. Everybody enjoyed their food. I only ate half of my burger. I'm going to take the other half home. The little guy loved his chicken tenders. When he was done, he lifted the paper and went, that was good. There's nothing left. And Paul also enjoyed his meal. The burgers were tender and juicy. They arrived to the table just as we ordered them. I was not sure what to expect with an English muffin for bread, because when I think English muffin, I think small bread, but this actually covered the bun. It's really very good. They were delicious, the cheese fries. We think it's Cheese Whiz, which makes it extra good. Excellent. This was a really good meal. Thinking about ordering dessert, and we'll let you know how much the bill comes out to. The one thing that we would say is that it's very noisy in here, so if you're looking for a relaxed atmosphere, this is not the place to come. But the burgers are really, really good. So our classic chocolate shake has arrived. It looks really good. We just need another straw. And myself and the little guy will be sharing this. Brain freeze, is it good? Good. And right across the street from Rockefeller Center is the beautiful St. Patrick's Cathedral, and that is right across the street from Saks Fifth Avenue. Here's my honest opinion about Christmas in New York. It is magical, it is beautiful, and you have to pack your patience. This is more people than I see on a normal commuting day. It is so crazy that I'm not even going to go across the street and look in the windows over there at Saks Fifth Avenue, which seems to have a Christian Dior theme. We are leaving Fifth Avenue, headed towards 6th, and now that it's a little bit darker out, look at how beautiful the tree is. Oh my gosh, it's lovely. And so here is the beautiful Rockefeller Center tree. Just below us is the ice rink. I'm not sure if they've cleared the rink. I don't see but a handful of people skating down there. And look at all of the people over here trying to get in. Nothing but a sea of people. Over to our right is Radio City Music Hall. Over here to the left is the entrance to the observation deck. And we are going to go around and downstairs into the stores here in the Comcast building. Let's have a look-see. And there are a bunch of shops down here. This is also how you get to your rainbow room. There's shops and dining downstairs. And that's, yes! He's all excited about the NBC. See what's downstairs in the concourse. Oh, here's Sweet Green. You can follow the signs down here to where we are. So we're below the rink right now. And I saw some of these places online when I was just having a look around to see where we might want to have something to eat. And I'm glad that we made the move that we did, because these are really like just takeout places. There's plenty of shopping down here for Top of the Rock, etc. The Tipsy Baker. Now that looks interesting. Black Seed is a bagel place. And we are going to go back up towards the exit. Just wanted to give you a little looky-loo about what's down here so that you can decide if this is something you might want to do when you come. We hope that you've enjoyed this look at New York City around the holidays. Be sure to check out our New York City playlist for more things to do while you're visiting New York City. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so that you know when the next adventure begins. And no matter where your next adventure takes you, we hope that you enjoy the journey and enjoy the holidays. Bye now.